Good morning, my ladies. Welcome to our Friday workout. Great beginning of the week. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm going to use my band. I actually have two bands, but if you don't have a band available, don't worry. We're going to use weights instead. I also have my bench and the mats, and 5-pound weights are perfect. If you want to go heavier, if you want to use sevens, we can use sevens, and the shoulders and elbows are good, okay? So our warm-up today is going to be a plank. Yes! I knew you were going to be excited about that one. So we're going to actually do a plank with the plank combined together, okay? So you're going to combine two things, and I'm going to start on the bench just to modify it, and then after that I'm going to go on the floor to make it a little more fun. So a couple things. I got my band on, but if you don't have one available, do not worry, okay? You can still do this exercise without the band. Now make sure your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. If you have a sensitive back, this exercise should be okay for you. Just make sure as you come back from the pike, you don't go too low in your hips, okay? So I'll show you. Elbow directly underneath the shoulders. It's actually a great stretch for your back, and it works your abs at the same time. So you're piking up your hips. Just make sure it feels good on your back and your shoulder. And then you come back to that straight line. You squeeze your tissues super tight. So as tight as you can. You hold this for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do a little pike. You stretch your back. You stretch your hamstrings a little bit. Then you come back in, and then you squeeze your tissues super tight. So you exhale, coming up, squeezing the abs. And then go in and squeeze in the tissue. You might think, Evie, this is way too easy. I'm having too much fun right now. So as we do this, it's going to get harder and harder, I promise. This is just a little stretch for your back, and then it works your core at the same time. Good. Up. Now, if your shoulder feels funny on this, you can always just hold the plank, or just do it with straight arms. Straight arms are a lot easier. You just go, almost feels like it's just a regular stretch, and then coming back in. I prefer the forearms because my wrist gets sensitive, so this is better for me. And then I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging with every set. Do not worry, ladies. Just squeeze your tissues super, super tight. Then you go up again, and then you go down. Just make sure you come back to that straight line. You squeeze your tissues so, so tight when you come back in. Make sure your hips stop. Don't go too low so you don't feel any pressure in your back. So now, ladies, your back feels good. We're going to make this a little bit more challenging. So you're going to go up into that pike. Then you kind of come back in, and you're going to hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to do the other leg. You're going to go up again, stretching that back. Come back in. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is low abs working as well. Stretching the back again. Nice. Coming back in. And the knee comes in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So back up, squeezing the abs. Good. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to go on the floor for whoever's got good wrists and good shoulders. And then nice pike. And then in again, squeezing the abs super, super tight. Stop. And then up again. Good. Take a break, ladies. I'm going to switch it to the floor now. You can either stay on the bench if that felt good, or you can make it more challenging. So I'm going to actually try straight arms first, just to kind of switch it up a little bit, but make sure we're feel good. And then the same idea. So I'm doing a pike, like a stretch, and I'm coming for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is a plank combined with a pike and a mountain climber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Ooh, the stretch feels amazing. Just make sure when you do the stretch that you don't feel any pressure in your shoulders. Good. And then up again. Coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully you didn't just have breakfast a minute ago, because otherwise you might feel it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Stretch it out. Bring it back in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's take a quick break. Bring it back. Let's stretch it out a little bit. And now I'm going to do it on my forearms, which is the hardest way to do it. I'm not going to do the knee in, but I am going to do the pike with it.
Set 4.
So this is set 4. I'm fine 1 now, and then I'm going to do a little pike, and then I come and squeeze in that tissue. We are going to do some other planks later, ladies. So this is just a kind of a warm-up plank. Squeezing that tissue super tight, and then up again. Then after this, we're going to keep our band we have on your side, are on top of the thighs, and we're going to go on your side in a second for our side leg lifts. A little different side leg lift today. We're going to keep going. Hike. Squeeze that until she's super tight. Almost there.
Stop exercise. Switch to the next.
My goodness, that's a hard one. So now let's give your back a little break. We're going to roll to the side. You can either go all the way down, or you can just come up like this. Make sure your neck feels good. Your knees are bent. Okay, we're going to bend the knees. And then what we're going to do, we're going to lift that top leg, okay? The top leg comes up, bend the knee. And then you're going, imagine your knees going to the knee, but it doesn't touch. And then imagine your heel is going to the heel, but you don't touch. So you go knee to knee, but you keep the tension on the band. And then you go heel to heel. So you go knee to knee, good. Heel to heel, good. Now make sure the hips just stay nice and aligned. They're not rocking, it's just that leg doing the movement. Squeezing the abs super tighter now, keep going. You want to feel the tushy. This is number set one.
Exercise.
Good. And then number two, we're going to make this a little bit more challenging. We're going to finish it off with the pulses, because sometimes we're doing this without a band. You might not feel as much of a burn, so I want to make this harder for you. So number two, let's extend that leg out. You can keep that bottom of the bend. You could go all the way down. Squeeze the tushy super tight and just do our regular leg lifts now. Just little pulses. Good. It's a good burnout. Good. That top hand can always go on the floor, ladies. Just to kind of support the body a little bit, okay? And then squeezing the abs super tight. Your head is down, pointing your toes down, pushing through that heel, and breathing. Make sure you're breathing. Nice. Squeezing the abs. Now, this is the burnout one. Good. Now, you should feel it big time. She tells us to stop. Let's do extra 4, just to make it more fun for you. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Very good. So we're going to switch sides, and remember, always the second side is always harder. Make sure your knees feel good and your back feels good on this, okay? So we're going all the way down, or you can stay up like this. Make sure it feels good on the shoulder. Both knees are bent, and then imagine that knees going to that knee, that heel's going to that heel, but the tension stays there, okay? So knee to knee, heel to heel. Kind of a fun, different variation, almost like a clamshell, but both legs elevated. Good. Nice. Shoulders are down. You should definitely feel the burn by now. Good. Keep breathing. Very good. I got some fun exercises for you today. Some of them are a little different. Hopefully as challenging as all the other ones that we've been doing.
Exercise. Good.
Let's keep going. Let's do one more, and then leg goes out. Straight leg, that bottom knees bend. You could go all the way down. You can support yourself with this hand. And little pulses. Let's burn it out now. Good. So after you finish with this, ladies, we're actually going to do a tricep exercise with a band. If you don't have a band available, you either do skull crushers, you know how you go on your back and you keep your arms together, or you're going to grab a weight and you're going to do tricep kickbacks, okay, if you don't have a band. So we're going to do tricep kickbacks with the band. Actually, I'm going to use 2 bands, one where it's at. If you have one available, you could take that one off of your legs, okay? I have 2 of them, so I'm going to use one on my legs, one for my arm, okay? Keep going, squeezing the abs, pointing your toes down. We're almost there. Nice. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. That was perfect. So, ladies, what we're going to come up now, and I'm going to take these 2 bands. If you only have one, we're going to take it off your legs, and we're going to use it for the arms. So, I'm going to show you this way. We're going to stick the tushy back, okay, like you're about to do a deadlift, okay? Your one arm, right arm, is going to go to the left shoulder, and then the hand is going to go in the band. My back is flat, and I'm going to extend my arm out into the tricep kickback, and I'm going to bring it back in slowly, okay? So again, now my body is nice and tall, or not, no, my back is nice and flat, I'm sorry. Squeeze and slow release. When you go all the way out, you want to exhale through the mouth. Squeeze, slow release. Make sure elbow feels good. If you don't have a band available, just do it with a weight, okay? Keep going. Nice. Squeeze, slow release. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. So what I'm going to do, if your back allows you, you can do it on one leg. Same leg, same arm. Good. Squeeze. Nice. Very good. Slow release. Squeeze. Good. If you want to make it harder, do little pulses now. Pulse. If your back is sensitive, go back to both feet down. Keep going. Good. It's kind of a fun exercise. Make sure your elbow feels good. Make sure your shoulders are down. Make sure your knee feels good. Oh, I'm burning in that tricep right now. Woo! Keep going. Squeeze the tricep super hard. If it gets too much, come back in and then out again. If not, little pulses. Woo! Keep going. Almost there.
Stop. Exercise.
Oh my gosh, that was harder than it looked actually. Okay, so now we're going to switch sides. So again, we're going to put that one arm by the shoulder. So the left hand goes to the right shoulder, and then the right hand is going to be doing the tricep. Now your back is nice and flat.
3.
Squeezing the triceps, slow release. So we're starting with both feet down. Okay, make sure back stays flat. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And make sure you're smiling, because it's a new exercise we're doing. Good. Nice. So that once this gets started and you feel good and your wrist feel good, readjust the wrist. Make sure there's never any tension there. Make sure it's nice and straight. Squeeze it on the out. Squeeze it super tight. Slow release. If you want to make this more fun, you extend that leg out, and you do the same arm, same leg.
Stop. Exercise.
Keep going. And then if you want to make it more challenging, you do little pulses instead of going all the way back with the arm. So as you go out, you squeeze. When you come back in, you release it very slowly, okay? Very good. This is a great exercise.
4.
Good, number 4, let's do little pulses now. Woo, keep going. Little pulses, and then come back in if you need to. Shoulders relax, that will check the shoulders. Good. You could do little pulses, you could do full range of motions. Either one is good. Just don't give up. Good, shoulders are down, hips are aligned. Good, keep going. I know you got it in you. Woo! After this, we're going to do our wall sits. I don't have a wall available anymore, but if you do have one at home, use the wall, ladies. I'm going to just be doing
Stop.
squats.
Exercise and
Woo!
step to the
That was
next
awesome.
position.
So if you have a wall, keep your band if you have it. If you don't worry. Just do a wall sit. You know how you go. Knees in, toes and knees aligned. Your hips go back against the wall. You go nice and deep to it feels good on your back. Keep your abs in, okay? What I'm going to do squats. I'm going to grab light weights, and I'm going to just do squats because I don't have the wall sit available. So I'm squatting down. My tushy goes all the way back. I'm pushing my knees out. I'm holding the weights here. I'm doing little pulses, okay? So this is me. If you don't have a wall available, you could do little pulses, but make sure your knees feel good. See how my knees want to go forward? I say no to that. I'm sitting back into my heel. Good, but if you're doing the pulses, same idea. You want to make sure if you look down, your knee and your ankles are aligned. Your back is flat against the wall, okay? Good job. So we moved the Zoom downstairs, so I don't have the wall available, but do not worry, ladies. Keep going. Shoulders are down, chest stays open. Very good. Keep breathing there. Inhale, exhale. Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
Begin set 2.
Good. Keep going. I'm going to actually go to the side. I don't know if you can see me now, but I'm going to use this beam for the wall sit. That's perfect. I might be a little close or too far. Hopefully you're seeing me. Good. I'm pushing through my heels. My abs are super tight. Shoulders are down, and I'm breathing, okay? Good. Nice and slow. Abs are in. I'm staying low. This is one of my favorite exercises for the legs, ladies. There's nothing better than wall sit. I'm pushing my knees out. I'm keeping my toes out, and I'm breathing right now. Woo! Keep going. Very good. Abs are super tight right now. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Very good. I'm going to just add a little punch with a twist. I have little weights. You could do this without weights, and you could go fast. So let's say you don't have weights available in your hands right now. You just do fast punches, okay, without weights. So you go fast, okay? I'm doing a little punch with a twist just to change it up. Make it more fun for you. Good. I'm pushing through my heel. I'm not feeling my knees. My back is flat. I'm hoping you're seeing me. If not, hopefully you're hearing me really well. Keep going. For next time, we'll make sure we readjust it so you can see this beam, because this is a good idea to use it for those wall sits. I was worried we were not going to be able to wall sits anymore, but I know you all love it so much. Keep going. So you're twisting as you come up. Make sure that shoulder feels good. And you're breathing. Last side. Come on, I know you got it in you. Keep going. After this, we're going to do bridges, your other favorite
Begin
exercise.
set 4.
Now, if you have sensitive shoulders, you're just going to keep the weight over your shoulders. If your shoulders are good, you're going to do the pull over, and I'll show you. With the bridge combined together. Super fun. Keep going. Woo, make sure that back feels good. Squeeze the abs. And don't give up. Never, ever. We never give up, ladies. Push through the heels. Lift your toes up. And keep breathing. That breathing's so important, ladies.
Stop exercise.
Woo!
Switch to the next
Good one.
station.
That was awesome. So I'm going to bring my weights with me. So I have 3s and 5s. I'm actually going to use the 5s for this one. If you have sensitive shoulders, you're going to just keep them like this up and hold them, okay? In a bridge position. So this is a modification. We're going to push through your heels. We got the band nice and tight. We lift your tushy. We squeeze your tushy. You feel your tushy working right now. And now I'm going to go past my head to the ground. You can touch it or not. If you want to make it harder, don't touch it. And then come up, squeeze your tushy even harder, okay? So you're not going to feel your arms as much on this. It's a stretch. So you know the pull down exercise we do with a machine? This is actually activating your lats, so the back muscles. You don't feel it as you do it, you feel it after. It's a nice stretch. Good. We're going to make this harder. We're going to do one leg at a time in a second.
Stop exercise.
If your back is sensitive on this, you can do the movement with the arms with your hips down. If your shoulders are sensitive, you keep your arms above your head like this, or shoulders, and then you keep doing the bridge, okay? So now I'm going to make it more challenging. I'm going to bring that leg up. Good. I still got the band. Good. I'm going to go a little longer so we can even it out. Because we have 4 sets. And I'm going to go for 1.5 on this side, and then I'm going to switch for 1.5 on the other side. Now, when you come up over your head, be careful with your shoulders. What happens is your shoulders really want to come up, okay? Make sure there's no straining in the shoulder. You're not feeling any pain. Don't go too heavy. This is an extra stability work we're doing when we're adding that movement. Exhale as you come up. Inhale.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. There's a couple more seconds on the side. You should be feeling the tushy. Make sure your back feels good. There's not even a twinge there. If there is, let me know. Keep going. Squeeze that tushy. Let's do one more. We're going to switch sides. You should also feel the abs working on this, okay? So the abs are working as well. Very good. Good. Keep breathing. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Now your leg can come all the way up like this, or if you want to make it harder, you can lower it. The lower the leg is, the harder it gets for the whole entire body. Keep going. And then we're going to do an ab exercise coming your way. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Good. I know you're having fun. It's Friday.
Stop exercise.
The best way to start your week, ladies. Squeeze that tissue super tight. Keep going. A couple more on this side. Shoulders are relaxed. Chest stays open. I know you're having fun. And you're smiling.
Begin set 4.
Good. Now for our final one, let's do 4 on this side and then 4 on the other. 4 on this side, 4 on the other, just to even it out. Good. Alternate. Make sure back feels good on this. Don't feel the knee. If you feel the knee, that means the knee is too close to your tushy. Good. And then after this, we're going to stay here for some ab work. We're going to keep our band. If you don't have one available, do not work. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders are down. Good. There we go. Nice work, everybody. So what we're going to do now, we're going to stay on your back. Okay, I'm going to put that band over either the feet or the ankles. I'm going to start with the ankles, and I'm going to put my hands underneath my tushy. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this to protect my back. Okay, now I'm going to lift my legs up. Now, if you want to make this easier, you just open and close. Okay, make sure your back feels good. If you have a sensitive back today, you could just do pelvic tilts. Then I'm going to open, and then I'm going to close. Whenever you have both legs up and we're not doing anything with the arms, you can always put them underneath your tissue. You know that little pillow that I have at the gym, the black one? I know you don't have it with you right now, so our hands are going to replace that. Good. I'm going to make this a little bit more challenging in a second. Only if your back allows you, okay? So for number 2, I'm going to do 5 pulses of my legs. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to try to lift my hips 5 times. 2. And the idea is to try to, almost like you're moving the ceiling with your heels. So 5 of these, 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your back feels good. If it doesn't, just do a regular crunch, a pelvic tilt. You can switch it to a bicycle crunch if you feel comfortable. Just do not give up, ladies. Woo! Keep going. I know you got it in you. You got 5 of these. Good. Beautiful. And then 5 of these. Keep going. Nice. Shoulders relaxed. Chest stays open. Good. I want you to feel the low abs. Keep going. So now for number 3, I want you to just continue with the low abs. So you're going up and then down. Exhale. As you come up, relax your shoulders. Make sure this feels good on your shoulder. If it doesn't, you can always switch the exercise to something different. Good, like an ab exercise, like a bicycle crunch. Keep going. Good, it's the low abs that we're getting right now. And then number 4, we're just gonna focus on the pulses. Keep going. A little different variation. This is good for anybody who's got sensitive neck ladies. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Squeeze the abs super tight. Make sure there's not even a twinge in your back. Woo, keep going. Nice. So now we're going to just do little pulses. This is your final one. If you ever want to make this harder, you can always have that crunch and then just do little pulses, okay? If your neck is good today. I'm going to switch it to this just to make it more challenging. This is also harder for your back, so be careful. If the other one felt good, just keep going with that one. Keep breathing, my ladies. Oh my gosh, we only have 2 more exercises left and we're done. So ladies, what we're going to do for the next one, we're going to take the band off and we're going to do our leg lifts. Yeah, I know you're excited. And we're going to kind of work on the ankle a little bit. Wake up the ankle. Keep going. Squeezing the abs. Chin is high, elbows are out. Good breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Never ever give it up. I know you got this. Here's a gate for you.
Stop exercising.
Nice work. Good job, ladies. Very good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this off. Now, if you have a sensitive back, I know you love your seated leg lifts. Okay, so let's do that if you have a sensitive back. If your back is good, you can join me for the Polish chair. So what we're going to do, you're holding onto that one leg. Your body's nice and tall. You're going to lift your leg, and then you're going to point and flex. Point and flex. If this is too easy, you keep it up the whole time, you point and flex. If it's really challenging, you point and flex 3 times or 4 times and then you go down, okay? Keep going. Make sure your body's nice and tall. You're not feeling your back right now, and you're breathing. Get great exercise for the quads, keeps the knee safe, get your hamstrings going, get your quads. Your calves are working very hard as well.
Stop exercise.
Very good. Let's switch legs. And now, unless you want to make it harder, stay on the same side. I know some of you want to make it more challenging. If this is ever too easy, you put a weight on top of your leg, okay? But the higher you go, the harder it gets. But also, you have to make sure that you're not leaning back. Because if you lean back, then the leg is not working as hard. And then you can round your back, and then you can feel tension in the low back. So none of that. We don't want any of that, ladies. Woo! Keep going. Shoulders are down. I know you got this. I believe in you. Keep going. Again, we want to make it fun. So you want to continue. We want to make it fun. So it's fun, and we want to do it, right? We want to be working out because it's good for the body, it's good for the mind, keeps us happy.
Stop exercise.
Take a break. Let's switch sides again. Very good. Now, if you want to change it up, you can do little circles with your foot, or you could just point and flex again. Either one is good. It's up to you. If you want to change it, we can. Make sure your shoulders are down, and then the side plank is coming your way after this one. If you can do side planks, ladies, Remember, you can always do a regular plank if you have sensitive shoulders, or if you can't do regular planks because you have a sensitive shoulder, you could do a sumo squat or calf raises. Sumo squats are good. You know, just make sure your toes turn out. Calf raises are good too if you want to work on those calves. Just make sure you do little pulses so it's challenging. And just have fun with it, ladies. Woo! It's all about fun today. Keep going. Leg goes up, shoulders stay down. And we're breathing, always breathing.
Exercise.
Very good. We're going to switch legs now. Shoulders relax, abs are super tight, and then we're going to go into that side plank. If your shoulders are good, you're going to try the side plank with me because it's one of my favorite exercises for your sides. I know some of you might think how we can tone up the sides. So the side planks are one of the best things because they get your obliques, but they also work on your shoulder and your balance and stability and the whole side of the body, your hips, everything. That's why I make you do so many planks, ladies. I know you always think, Evie, another plank, but they're the best thing for you, I promise. Good, shoulders relax, chest stays open, let it circle. This is really good for your ankle, by the way, and your knee as well, and your quads and your hips and your body. Keep going. Shoulders are down. You can do this while you're watching TV too.
Stop exercise and switch.
Good job, very good.
Station.
So ladies, now for our side plank, we're going to do the modified version because I always start with the modified version. If you don't want to do the modified, you just keep both legs out and then you do what I'm doing with the movement, but both legs are straight, okay? So elbow directly underneath the shoulder. The most important thing, shoulder feels good, knee feels good. You go up, you squeeze your tushy, and then you bring your knee to you, squeezing the abs super tight, and then you extend it, okay? Bring that knee into you, squeezing the abs, and then you extend it. If you want to get the sides a little bit more, what you could do is you can open up that leg a little bit, and you could go arm to the leg, okay? This is going to be a little bit harder with both legs straight, but you could do it this way, or you come in this way, okay? They're both challenging. Just watch the shoulder. I always worry when we go overhead that we can tweak that shoulder. So either one is good. Let's do 3 more. Good. Nice. So if you really advance and you love your side planks, do what I'm doing with the legs straight, okay? Always fun to make it more challenging. Okay, so now we're going to see the sides. Again, elbow directly underneath the shoulder. So you can go this way in and then kick it out. That's low abs working. Coming in. Kicking it out, or you go this way, where you open up that hip a little bit, but then you feel the side working all the way, and you squeeze it on the way in, okay? Keep going. So again, either this, they're both working the low abs, the other one's working the obliques a little bit more, this one's getting the hips a little more, this one is getting the abs a little more. Oh, watch that shoulder going overhead. That can tweak that shoulder, so be careful. Let's do 2 more. Nice, and take a break. Very good. So now I'm going to make it more challenging. You know how I always do that, right? I always make it harder. So ladies, what we're going to do, again, we are going to do both legs straight, elbow directly underneath that shoulder. We're going to come up, make sure your back feels good. You bring that knee in, set it down, squeeze your tissue. Very good. Woo! Come on, I know you got this. Squeeze that tissue super tight. Make sure that knee feels good. If this is too much, go back to the first version I did. Keep going. Abs are in. That's low abs. Good. Make sure that low back feels good. The hips don't rock. Keep going. Shoulders are relaxed. There's no pressure in the shoulder. That's too much. Just hold it. Keep breathing. Squeezing everything in the body. Woo! There's nothing like a side plank, ladies. Let's switch sides. I know you got this. It's a piece of cake now. Last one, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, and then after we finish, I'm going to show you a fun stretch, and then we're going to be done, ladies. Woo!
Begin set 4.
All right, so abs are super tight, shoulders are down. You're going to come up, squeezing your tissue, knees are soft. You come in, you squeeze your tissue. You come in, you squeeze your tissue super tight. Make sure that elbow doesn't go that way. Keep going. Come on, I know you got this. Almost there. Last one of the day. Come on, seconds left. I know you got this. Tushy's on fire right now. Shoulders are down. You're breathing.
Stop exercising.
Ooh, let's do one more. Last one. Wow. Good those quickly. Just a fast one, and then I'm going to show you your final stretch and maybe a tip of the day, and we're going to be done. This feels good on your back after doing all the planks. So if you have a sensitive knee, you might want to just do inner thigh stretch. Maybe if you have a sensitive knee, just do an inner thigh stretch like this, and just keep your back nice and flat. Okay, if you have sensitive knees, make sure back is straight. And then if your knees are okay and you want to stretch your hips a little bit, you're bringing this one leg kind of almost like you want to bring it to the opposite wrist. Okay, so imagine this knee. The left knee is going to the right wrist right now. And then very slowly, you're going to go down, nice and slow. Very good, nice and slow. You feel that stretch in the hip there? There's different ways of doing this stretch. We've never done it this way before, ladies, so I want to make sure I keep your knees very safe. This is actually a pretty safe version of the exercise for the knee. You're going to feel a little stretch in that hip. And then we're going to slowly come it up. We're going to switch legs. So the right knee is going to the left elbow, left wrist. Good. And then we're slowly going to go down. But as you're going down, just imagine that you're not opening up your chest. Your shoulders are facing down. Good. And you're breathing. Very good. It's a little easier on the knee this way. Still going to feel that stretch in the hip. Good. And breathing. The breathing is so important, ladies. And then you slowly come it up. And then the tip of the day, I know some of you have been asking me about the knees and then going downhill if you have a sensitive knee. So I would say if you have sensitive knees, maybe try to avoid doing the hills, because going downhill is really, can aggravate the knee. And then also going down the stairs. So if you're going down the stairs, try to go sideways. That can take some of the pressure off of the knee, okay? And just make sure you keep on doing your cardio, ladies. Keep working hard, and thank you for joining us. Love you.